Welcome to today's news discussion. I'm Sarah.
And I'm joined by Sean. Hello, I'm Sean. Let's dive into the latest news stories.
We're starting with a developing weather story. Hurricane Genevieve is gaining strength in the Pacific, and it's expected to bring significant waves to San Diego County beaches.
That's right. The forecasters are predicting 8 to 11-foot waves. What are the current details on Genevieve's path and strength?
Genevieve has become a major Category 3 hurricane located southwest of Mexico. The reports indicate it's expected to stay on a course roughly parallel to the Mexican coast without making a direct landfall.
So it's not an immediate threat to land, but the waves could still cause issues. How are the authorities preparing for this?
The articles mention that forecasters are keeping a close eye on Genevieve. There's also a mention of an emerging El Niño in the eastern Pacific, which might be contributing to the storm's strength.
El Niño can indeed impact storm intensity. Are there any specific concerns mentioned regarding the impact on San Diego County beaches?
The main concern is the high waves, which could lead to coastal erosion and potentially hazardous surf conditions. The exact impact will depend on Genevieve's continued path and strength.
That makes sense. So the situation is being monitored closely. Are there any evacuation orders or warnings issued for the affected areas?
The articles don't mention specific evacuation orders, but it's clear that authorities are on alert. The focus is more on the potential for high waves and surf rather than a direct landfall.
Got it. And what's the latest on Genevieve's wind speed and categorization?
Genevieve strengthened into a hurricane with maximum sustained winds of 80 miles per hour, and it's expected to pick up even more steam. It's already been categorized as a major hurricane.
So what's the reasoning behind the forecaster's prediction that it will stay out to sea?
The reporting suggests that Genevieve's current trajectory is expected to keep it well off the coast, roughly parallel to the shore. However, the emerging El Niño might be influencing its strength.
That's interesting. How does El Niño typically affect Pacific hurricanes?
According to the context provided, an emerging El Niño might be making such storms stronger. This could be a factor in Genevieve's intensification.
So there's a connection between El Niño and the potential for more intense storms. Are there any broader implications for the region due to this?
The articles imply that the strengthening of storms like Genevieve could be a concern for the entire Pacific coastal region.
That ties into the bigger picture of climate patterns affecting weather events. Have there been any statements from officials regarding the preparedness for such storms?
Officials are quoted as closely monitoring the situation, but there aren't specific quotes on preparedness measures beyond that.
Okay, so we'll likely see more updates as Genevieve continues on its path. What's the expected timeline for when the waves might hit San Diego County beaches?
The articles don't provide a specific timeline, but it's implied that the impact will be in the coming days, as Genevieve moves through the Pacific.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. It's always important to stay informed about developing weather situations.
Absolutely, and that's a good point to wrap up this story. We'll continue to follow Genevieve's progress.
Goodbye, and we'll see you later with more news updates.
That's all for today. See you later.